Hi guys, yesterday I went to go see Beauty and the Beast. Obviously not with Jamie because he didn't want to see it. I went with my friends from work. I'm not going to do it in two separate parts. I'm just going to do it as one big thing. I'm not going to do spoilers so much because majority of people would have seen it as the cartoon when they were younger or at some point during their lifetime, I hope. So I'm going to go more on some sort of things that I thought were a bit weird, and it still bugs me to this day. But yeah, so overall, it's an alright film. It's not my kind of film. Like, I'm not into sort of musical kind of, they all break out into song to say what's going on and what's going to happen next, all this rubbish, because it never, for me, it just annoys me. It's not driving the plot forward, it's just going around in circles. But, you know, the musicals were good. The songs, the classic songs are in there, so you know you're familiar with them. So it's nice to hear them again, and obviously done in a different light, sung by different vocal talents as well. And it's, I swear there are more songs in this than in the cartoon. I think I'm probably wrong. Probably it's the same amount, but it felt like there were more. So yeah, but apart from that, it was great. I mean, casting wise, I mean, I like Luke Evans. I like, I like Ewan McGregor and all that. And I was going to say Michael Gambon then. Ian McKellen. There's some great bits with them and Ewan McGregor and Ian McKellen bouncing off each other, as Cogsworth and what's his name? Lewin? What's his name? Can't remember the names. I'm awful for it. But yeah, great chemistry there, and bounce off, even though they're obviously just talking to each other in the booth and they're just CGI characters. But I felt, this is going to move on to the visuals, but I felt that Emma Watson was a bit wooden at times during the acting. It was kind of like, especially in the CG bits. Obviously it's hard, obviously with the Be Our Guest part, it was very visual, and it was mostly, if not 95% CGI. Probably the table was probably real, but everything else was CGI. And she was just looking around like, the expressions weren't that great, I felt, for someone that's being wined and dined by a load of speaking crockery and lampshades, candlesticks and stuff. So it's kind of weird. Felt kind of wooden at times. But Luke Evans as Gaston was pretty decent. I can't remember the actor that plays LeFou, but they're pretty good. And being on the controversial side of this whole, he's the first gay Disney character, I'm kind of with Luke Evans when he came out and said that, obviously being Luke Evans, being openly gay, and he said that the chemistry between him and LeFou wasn't like a gay kind of in a sexual way. It was what was it? He said it was like a friendship way, like a really deep bonding friendship. I think that's what it is. Even though there was sort of hints to the fact that he was gay, LeFou, and he was actually in love with him, I felt it was more on the friendship side. He was looking up to him because he always used to copy his mannerisms and stuff like that, and say the sort of same things, and you go in the same way. So I think it was more on the friendship side. And even though Disney confirmed it, I don't feel it wasn't. I don't feel it was enough to necessarily mention it and cause the massive fuss that it seemingly did in the media and having people debate it and stuff. I just think I'm with Luke Evans on it. It's just like a friendship thing, and they're he's looking up to his older, bigger brother kind of thing, wanting to be like him, and then obviously in the end it's not quite the same. But yeah, visually, the Beast, I can never remember the actor's name, but the Beast, who I wish in this they would have paid tribute to it and actually mentioned the prince's name. Even at the end, just mention his name just so you actually knew who it was. There's probably some sort of backstory of someone knows what his actual name is, but I wish it said his name, because it really annoys me that he's just called the Prince or the Beast. He's not got a name. I think he should have had a name at the end, so he's actually been back to his normal self. He's now got an identity again. He's not the Beast anymore. He's not just the Prince. He's so-and-so with Belle, But yeah, brilliant. And the fact that he's, like he said, he was on stilts, and the CGI with the Beast was really, really good. And as few of My friends said they preferred him. They found him more attractive as the Beast than when he turns back into his normal self, because for some reason they don't find him as attractive. They prefer him as the Beast, which is kind of weird. And apparently there's loads of Facebook pages about it and stuff. So, whatever. But overall, casting wise, great. Music still obviously good, because they can't mess up the classic musical scores, and they've got different vocal artists, but still solid. And acting for the most part, brilliant. Really good moments in it are good. Funny scenes. Some bits, people in the cinema will literally laugh out loud, or laughing so hard at it, and I was just not really, a bit of a chuckle here and there, but nothing was so amazingly great that I would be belly laughing, But overall, I would say it's not a film you need to go see at the cinema. It's definitely a film you could see on DVD, especially if you're having like a Disney binge, and instead of watching the old classic cartoon, you watch this instead, because this is decent. It's decent enough, and it harkens back to the cartoon. It does it justice, and it does bits better visually, obviously because of the technology now, and it's a good solid film if you like that genre. If you love that genre, musical Disney kind of things, then it's a really, really good film. For me, it's good for what it is, but for what I like, I'm not too thrilled about it, because it's not my thing. But as it's contained, brilliant. On to some things that I found kind of annoying. People will call me a bit petty for thinking it's a Disney film, blah, blah, blah. But things that annoyed me were the ending. Obviously, I think with the Enchantress in there, I'm not quite sure if she was in the cartoon. I can't remember because I haven't seen the cartoon for ages. But the fact is, the Enchantress is there, and originally I always thought of it as, and it's been picked up by How It Should Have Ended, which I like. They've picked up on this because it always annoyed me. It's like in the film, obviously, he gets shot 3 times in the back, and when the side and the back, and God knows where else. And even though the curse is lifted, I'm assuming because the Enchantress is there, she's using some other magic to kind of heal him as well. But I always thought originally, like, he's been shot, even though he's been lifted the curse to become human again, he should still have the bullets. So I'm assuming that the magic thing is just saying it is, and I know it's petty, but that's always annoyed me, and obviously it annoys other people too, because it wouldn't have been How It Should Have Ended. But that's my thing. The other things were the sort of geography between the village and the castle, because it seems to me like they take a while travelling there, or if it was just because Maurice didn't know where they were going, but Maurice seemed to travel from the castle back to the village quite quickly, even though he left the horse behind, because we see the horse with Belle later on when they have that nice scene where the Beast is like sort of being one with nature and showing his sensitive side. But he walked back from the castle to the village, and I think he was still there in the same evening to say that Belle's been taken by a monster, or the Beast. And then the same thing happens when Belle goes back to save Maurice. She just goes from there to there instantaneously, no travel time, and it just annoys me. Like, they should have still, regardless of it being a film, a musical about Disney and magic and whatever, it should still have grounded. It would make more sense if the Beast said, "Hey, take my book of let's go there," and you could just imagine where he is and goes, "Right, we're going in there, boop," and however it works, grab onto him maybe and say, "Let's go," and they boop back to the castle. Easy. And they've got time to prepare for the defences of fighting off the angry mob of people that they were friends with until they remember who they are. And then they could have broken the curse a little bit better, and a little bit quicker, and saved Gaston. Because poor Gaston, everyone else is happy in the end, but I know Gaston's a bit of a douche, but he falls to his death. And then when the castle goes back to niceness, is his corpse still there? Or does his corpse disappear? Or does it, or as I said, when he falls down, does it rise back up and he's left to rot away on the side of the castle for all eternity? Because that would be pretty dark. But probably he does. Or he just remains dead on the floor and no one picks him up. Or maybe they get picked up at some point by the staff and gets buried. Who knows? But anyway, ramble on enough. Overall, great film if you like that thing. I know I've already said this, but we can wait for the DVD release. Or unless, of course, you've got Meerkat or something else on the deal, and you want to go see it at the cinema. If you're a fan of that, go see it at the cinema. But everyone else, wait for DVD release, watch it with the family, Christmas probably if it comes out, probably that sort of time. But yeah, overall, like, one thing I would say is because at 2 hours 10 minutes, which is I think around 20 minutes longer than the actual cartoon, and I never felt it was dragging. So I never felt, oh my god, get me out of here. So the pacing's good, and obviously because it's a well-rounded story, and the characters are good, and the interaction between the characters are great. So you never feel like that you're bored of that world while you're in that for that limited time in the cinema. So that's good. So if you don't know anything about Beauty and the Beast and you like that kind of thing and magical kind of thing, then you'll like being in this world for the limited time that you're there. But yeah, overall, good film. Definitely go see it if that's your thing. If it's not your thing, save your money, go see something that you want to see. Don't just go see it because it's like the in thing to go see, like La La Land was, or Moonlight. Just if you don't like that kind of thing, I wouldn't force yourself to go watch it. Just go watch something else that you kind of enjoy, because you'll feel like you've spent your money well. But anyway, hopefully me and Jay will be going to see Power Rangers either this Friday, or because of work and stuff, maybe next week, either Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully. So hopefully we'll see you guys next week for our review of Power Rangers. But until that time, have a good rest of the week, have a good weekend. We might probably see you next week for our review. See you later.